Repairing a faulty or damaged crankshaft is a complex and delicate process that requires specialized tools and expertise. Here's a step-by-step guide on how to repair a crankshaft. Before attempting to repair a crankshaft, make sure you have the necessary experience, training, and equipment to perform the job safely and correctly. If you're not familiar with engine repair, it's recommended to seek the help of a professional mechanic or engine rebuild specialist. Preparation. First, remove the engine. Before starting the repair, the engine must be removed from the vehicle and disassembled to access the crankshaft. Next, disassemble the engine. Remove all components that obstruct access to the crankshaft, such as the cylinder head, connecting rods and pistons. Now clean and inspect the crankshaft. Clean the crankshaft thoroughly and inspect it for any visible signs of damage or wear. So, when it comes to repairing a damaged crankshaft, there are a couple of methods you can use. First is grinding and polishing. Alright, let's break this down step by step. The first thing you want to do is inspect the crankshaft. Basically, you need to identify exactly where the damage is and figure out just how bad it is. Next, you'll grind the crankshaft using a crankshaft grinder, carefully removing any damaged or worn areas. But you've got to be sure not to take off too much material. After that, it's time to polish the crankshaft, using a polishing wheel to smooth out the surface and get rid of any scratches or imperfections. Once you've finished grinding and polishing, you'll need to measure the crankshaft to make sure it's within the right specifications. And of course, give it a good inspection to check for any lingering signs of damage or wear. Alright, method 2 is welding and machining. This approach is often used when the crankshaft has more serious damage like cracks or breaks that can't just be polished out. First, you need to inspect the crankshaft. You want to identify the damaged area and figure out just how bad the damage actually is. Next, it's time to weld the crankshaft. You'll use a welding process, like TIG or MIG welding, to repair any cracks or broken spots. It's important to do this carefully to make sure the repair is solid. After welding, the crankshaft needs to be machined. You'll use a lathe or a machining center to basically precision machine the crankshaft back to its original specifications. And finally, you have to measure and inspect the crankshaft to make sure it's within spec, and check for any signs of damage or wear. This step is really important to make sure everything's good before the crankshaft goes back into service. So method 3 is all about the replacement of crankshaft components. First, you need to identify the damaged component. That means figuring out exactly which part of the crankshaft is damaged, like a bearing or maybe a counterweight. Next, you'll want to replace the component. Just swap out the damaged bit for a new or refurbished one, making sure it's properly aligned and nice and secure. Once that's sorted, it's time to reassemble the engine. Be sure all the components are properly aligned and secured before you finish up. It's now time to reassemble the engine. Make sure you take care with this step, ensuring all the components are properly aligned and securely fastened. It's really important not to rush this bit. Next, you'll want to test the engine. Just start it up and listen closely to make sure it's running smoothly, without any odd noises or vibrations. If you notice anything unusual, it's best to stop and check things over again. And of course, don't forget about safety. Always wear protective gear like gloves and safety glasses when you're working with power tools and engines. Also, be sure the engine is properly supported and secured whenever you're taking it apart or putting it back together. Safety first, always. So, when you're dealing with hazardous materials like lubricants and cleaning solvents, it's really important to follow proper safety procedures at all times. Let's talk about some of the specialized tools and equipment you'll need for the job. You'll want a crankshaft grinder, a polishing wheel, and maybe even a lathe or machining center. Welding equipment, like TIG or MIG, is often necessary, along with measuring instruments such as a micrometer or caliper. Don't forget an engine stand or hoist, and of course, safety gear like gloves and safety glasses. It's always best to be prepared with the right kit. The time and cost involved in repairing a faulty or damaged crankshaft can really vary depending on things like how bad the damage is, how complicated the repair will be, and the skill level of the technician. On average, a crankshaft repair might take anywhere from several hours to several days, and the cost can range from a few hundred to several $1,000s. So it's something to keep in mind before you get started. Some common repair methods for crankshafts include grinding and polishing, which is used for minor scratches or excessive journal wear. In this process, journals can be ground down, and then undersized bearings are used to restore proper clearance. Another technique is welding. Specialized welding can actually add material back to damaged journals or cracks, restoring the crankshaft's structural integrity. Straightening is also possible. Hydraulic presses combined with a bit of heat can sometimes fix minor bending. And then there's hard chrome plating or thermal spray, which are methods used to build up worn, undersized journals back to their original diameter. Now, there are definitely times when repair just isn't recommended. For example, if the crankshaft is snapped, severely twisted, or has really deep cracks, it just can't be safely repaired. There's also the economic side to consider. For many passenger cars, the cost of these labor-intensive repairs, which often means removing the entire engine, can actually end up being more than buying a new or remanufactured crankshaft. And if the machine shop can't guarantee precise tolerances, well, the crankshaft might fail again pretty quickly. Replacing a crankshaft is, honestly, a complex and difficult task that needs specialized tools and a fair bit of expertise. So, it's highly recommended that this job be done by a professional mechanic, or at the very least, a skilled DIYer with loads of experience working on engines. Alright, so, here's what you'll need. A new crankshaft. A crankshaft bearing set which includes main bearings, rod bearings and thrust bearings, and of course main bearing caps. You'll also want connecting rod bearings, piston rings, and piston pins. Don't forget engine oil and a bit of grease. You'll need gaskets and seals, like the engine block gasket, head gasket, and oil pan gasket. For tools, make sure you've got a socket set, a wrench set, some pliers and punches, a dial indicator, and a micrometer. If any machining is necessary, a drill press comes in handy, and you'll definitely need an engine hoist or lift. Step 1 is to prepare the vehicle and engine, which should take about 2 to 4 hours. First, jack up the SUV and support it securely with jack stands so you can actually get to the engine. Next, disconnect the battery to prevent any accidental starts or, electrical shocks. Then, remove the oil pan by unscrewing the bolts and draining the oil into a pan. Just be careful not to spill any oil on the surroundings. Now, remove the intake manifold, the exhaust manifold, and any other components that might be in the way of accessing the crankshaft. Step 2. Remove the old crankshaft. This part can take anywhere from 4 to 6 hours. First, you'll need to remove the main bearing caps by unscrewing the bolts and gently prying them off the engine block. Next, use a puller to remove the crankshaft from the engine block. Just be careful not to damage the engine block or the crankshaft bearings while you do this. Now, remove the connecting rod bearings and pistons from the crankshaft. After that, take out any additional components like the timing chain or belt, water pump, and harmonic balancer. Step 3. Inspect and clean the engine block. This should take around 2 to 3 hours. First, you'll want to inspect the engine block for any damage or wear, especially focusing on the main bearing bores and the crankshaft journals. Next, clean the engine block using a degreaser and a wire brush. This helps remove any debris or old bearing material, making sure everything's nice and tidy before you move on. Then, use a micrometer to measure the main bearing bores and crankshaft journals. This is important to ensure they're within specifications, so yeah, take your time and double-check those measurements. Step 4. Install the new crankshaft. This process will take about 4 to 6 hours, so yeah, make sure you've got enough time set aside. First, apply a thin layer of engine oil to the crankshaft journals and main bearing bores. This helps reduce friction and ensures everything moves smoothly. Next, install the new crankshaft, making sure it's properly seated and aligned with the engine block. Take your time here, because proper alignment is crucial for the engine's performance. Now, install the main bearing caps. Tighten the bolts in a star pattern to prevent any uneven pressure. This step is important to keep everything secure and running as it should. Let's now install the connecting rod bearings and pistons, making sure they're properly seated and lined up with the crankshaft. Next, install any additional components, like the timing chain or belt, the water pump, and of course, the harmonic balancer. Alright, moving on to aligning and measuring the crankshaft. This step usually takes about 2 to 3 hours. You'll want to use a dial indicator to measure the crankshaft's runout and make sure it's all within the right specifications. You'll want to use a micrometer to measure the main bearing bores and crankshaft journals, just to make sure they're properly aligned and seated. Next, check the crankshaft's end play and make sure it's within specifications. Now, it's time for step 6, reassemble the engine. This bit usually takes about 4 to 6 hours. You'll need to reinstall the oil pan, intake manifold, exhaust manifold, and any other components you took off earlier. Now go ahead and replace the engine oil and filter. Next, reconnect the battery and start the engine, making sure to check for any leaks or unusual noises while you're at it. Step 7. Test and adjust the crankshaft, which should take about 1 to 2 hours. Keep an eye on the engine's performance and watch out for any signs of uneven engine idle, vibration, or noise. Now use a scan tool to check for any error codes or issues with the engine's computer system. Next, adjust the crankshaft's position or bearing clearances as needed to ensure proper engine performance and minimize wear on other components. When you're installing a new crankshaft, it's absolutely essential to make sure the engine block is properly aligned and the crankshaft is seated correctly. This helps prevent any uneven wear or potential damage down the line. Always use a torque wrench to tighten all bolts and fasteners to the specified torque specifications. Don't just guess. And don't forget to apply a thin layer of engine oil to all moving parts, like the crankshaft journals, main bearing bores, and connecting rod bearings. While you're at it, it might be a good idea to consider replacing the engine's timing chain or belt, water pump, and harmonic balancer at the same time as the crankshaft. That way, you can ensure proper engine performance and hopefully minimize any future repairs. Safety is super important. Always wear protective gear, including gloves, safety glasses, and a face mask whenever you're working with engines and power tools. Make sure the vehicle is properly supported and stabilized before you start any work. Seriously, don't take shortcuts here. Never work under a vehicle that's supported only by a jack. And of course, keep children and pets well away from the work area. Let's talk about the estimated time and cost. The estimated time for this job is usually between 15 and 25 hours, depending on how complex the job is and your own level of experience. As for cost, you're looking at anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000, depending on the price of the new crankshaft, labor, and any extra parts that might need replacing. Just remember, replacing a crankshaft is a really complex and difficult task. It requires specialized tools and a fair bit of expertise. If you're not totally confident in your abilities, it's highly recommended to seek help from a professional mechanic, or maybe a skilled DIYer with loads of experience working on engines.